Hey guys, this is week 77 on the Real DVD Watchers, and this week I'm reviewing the Fringe musical episode Brown Betty. When this was first announced, I thought it was no, I was kind of wondering how they were gonna pull it off. Now it's like, well, they're Fringe, so they can basically do anything, so it might not be that bad. And it wasn't. Well, for the most part. See, when they say musical episode, I can't help but have to compare it to this, Once More with Feeling, because, this kind of set the standard for all musical TV episodes that go down that route, and it really didn't follow suit that well. Now, the basic plot of the story was that Walter, after smoking some Brown Betty, tells Olivia's niece a bedtime story. The name of her niece escapes me at the moment, but he tells Olivia's niece a story, and he's basically just he said his parents used to like 30s, like that type of era in musicals, so he kind of combined the two and basically described what they do at the Fringe division almost. Like, it takes place in like the 30s, and it's pretty cool. Olivia's like a 30s PI, and Walter's like in a wheelchair, and it's all very awesome. And Peter's like this outlaw. But in terms of actually being a musical, it didn't live up at all. I really wouldn't even call this a musical episode. I mean, I don't really want to ruin anyone else's perspective going in, but it 3 or 4 moments where someone randomly starts singing for like 10 to 15 seconds doesn't classify itself as a musical. Like, like the whole fucking thing was a musical. They sang full-length original songs. In Fringe they didn't do that, and that was kind of disappointing, because my expectations, I think, were a little too high going into it in terms of the music. But everything else, the musical part's all I have to complain about, but everything else, like the 30s gangster noir type feeling, that was really cool, and Walter, as always, was hilarious. And then you have that little moment at the end with the Observer? Yeah, it's the Observer. It was all done very well, and I bet you they had a blast making that episode. But I think for a final rating, I give the episode maybe an 8.5 out of 10. That's probably pretty good for it. So yeah, just keep on watching Fringe, because I have a feeling this season's going to end in a very awesome way. So that was my review of the Fringe episode Brown Betty. Watch out for Fergus's review tomorrow, and I will see you next week. So have a good one.